As you know, the OMB has made sweeping changes to many of their circulars, and it's got a deep reaching and far impact on the circulars that we're familiar with. There's a cost principle revisions, there's changes in administrative rules, and there's also changes in the wording of A133, which I know we're all familiar with, that the threshold to have a single audit has been raised from $500,000 to $750,000. By doing this, really the OMB will still capture most all of their federal money that they award, and still it probably will help a lot of entities that are smaller to escape the single audit requirements of an audit. So that's probably the biggest thing that we'll see that really will affect most of our clients. Most of who this would really impact would be municipalities, school boards, maybe some special agencies that receive federal money would have the biggest impact, I think, on this. A lot of our cities will have sidewalk grants, and a lot of those type grants may fall under or between $500,000 and $750,000. Usually that's kind of a prime target for those type grants. So where before we had to do a single audit test if you had $505,000 of federal money expended during a year, now, obviously, since the threshold is being raised to $750,000, that will really exempt you from a single audit. So from an administrative standpoint for a city, I think this will certainly be a benefit because obviously a lot more cost has to go into preparing for a single audit and having staff trained to do single audits, and now moving that threshold to $750,000 will alleviate some of the extra requirements that our clients will have to face related to single audits. Also, the revisions will have a significant impact on entities that receive federal awards and award those to other entities, what we know as a subrecipient monitoring. Those rules will be beefed up, and people that do that type of a transaction need to be aware of that and make sure they read the revisions and are aware of the new rules related to that. Certain clients we have may receive a federal grant and then pass that through maybe to a nonprofit or maybe another government, and they need to be aware of these new subrecipient rules that are coming with these sweeping changes that the OMB is making to these circulars. And the purpose, what OMB was trying to do is to combine many of these circulars, A122, A10, into really one document. A133 will be in there also to cut down on having separate circulars that govern separate sections of federal awards. So now what we'll have is one large document that kind of governs everything.